This is Jeopardy! Today's contestant is Player One. And now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Hey, Johnny, thank you. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck to you in the Jeopardy round. The categories for the Jeopardy round are flowers, 80s music, myths and legends, historic women, that's my ma, and how about them tigers? Player one, make a selection, please, as we continue. While holding reserves through winter, these globular underground buds let flowers like narcissus bloom early. Here's the correct response. Bulbs. Player one, back to you. This large group of flowering plants attracts serious devotees like those who pay $10,000 for one Peruvian plant. Here's what we were looking for. Orchids. Player one, pick again. This Mayflower of the buttercup family has a C version too. The correct response is the anemone. Please pick again, player one. A bouquet of a dozen cinquefoils ought to have a total of this many petals. Here's what we were looking for. 60. Player one, you pick again, please. L. vulgare is the oxide type of this common flower. We're talking about the daisy. You get to pick again, player one. The Greg Kihn Band was singing our song, crooning, "Our love's in this, baby." Let's hear it, player one. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding. You are correct. Please pick again, player one. In 1984, his Let's Go Crazy said, "We are gathered here today to get through this thing called life." Here's the correct response. Prince. You again, player one. She told us, "Love is a battlefield," and in 1980 went to number 9 with "Hit Me With Your Best Shot." Player one? Sorry, that's wrong. Here's the response we were looking for. Pat Benatar. Choose again, player one. In 1981, Sheena Easton sang, "My baby takes the this. He works from 9 till 5, and then he takes another home again." Here's what we wanted. The Morning Train. Player one, back to you. Well, I talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Lip Sync asked, "Won't you take me to here?" Here's the correct response. Funky Town. We return to you, player one. The earliest ballads of this outlaw say that his activities took place in South Yorkshire, not Nottinghamshire. Here's what we were looking for. Robin Hood. Select again. In some legends, it's the influence of the full moon that changes a man into one of these, also called a lycanthrope. Okay, player one. Yes, you've got some money again. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Let's take it over to Kelly.
According to Norse legend, to learn the secrets of the rune stones, this chief god hung himself from a tree.
The correct response is Odin. Player one, pick again. This steel-driving man beat a steam drill in a race to make a railroad tunnel, but died with his hammer in his hand. We're talking about John Henry. We return to you, player one. This hero of mythology cleaned the Augean stables by diverting the courses of 2 nearby rivers. Yes, player one. Yes. Choose again, player one. This Secretary of State, whose first name is from a musical term, had originally planned to be a concert pianist. Here's the response we were looking for. Condoleezza Rice. Player one, back to you. Shortly after her disappearance, her publisher, husband George Putnam, released Last Flight, containing her diaries. Here's what we wanted. Amelia Earhart. You again, player one. The Moses of her people. She helped hundreds of slaves escape along the Underground Railroad. Okay, player one. That is correct. Player one, back to you for our next selection. She met her beloved teacher Anne Sullivan in 1887. Here's the correct response. Helen Keller. Please pick again, player one. This first American woman in space heads a company geared to girls who are interested in science and math. Here's the correct response. Sally Ride. Player one, pick again. In 1758, Ben Franklin issued his last publication of this annual. Player one. No, that's not right. We're talking about Poor Richard's Almanac. Player one, you pick again, please. Game fish of the family Istiophoridae with a pointed snout. It's player one. Here's the correct response. The marlin. Select again. A doctor who specializes in the treatment of skin diseases. Yes, player one. That's correct. You get to pick again, player one, and I'll hand it off to Kelly.
Its silhouette is seen here.
Let's hear it, player one. That's it. Player one, back to you. It's the Daily Double. You are in first place. Please select your wager, player one. The clue. Dr. Faustus, playwright. Good. You again, player one. This tiger is the great spokescat for Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. Player one? Yeah, good. You get to pick again, player one. Let's go to the Clue Crew for this next clue.
The South China tiger has these features spaced farther apart than other species do. On each individual tiger, they're unique, like fingerprints.
Let's hear it, player one. That is correct. Player one, you pick again, please. Tiger is the second rank in this organization for young boys. Yes, player one. Good. Player one, back to you for our next selection. Tigers are the largest cats, and the tiger named for this Russian region is the largest tiger. Here's the response we were looking for. Siberia. Here's the $1,000 clue for you. The largest population of wild tigers is found in this Asian country on about 30 wildlife reserves. It's player one. Yep. The Double Jeopardy round will begin right after this. Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these categories. The scintillating 1700s. You're in denial. Now appearing in a biblical book near you. Leonard Maltin's favorite films. Catching Some Z's. Note the quotation marks. And geology. Let's get back into this now. You have control of the board. The future King George II lost his marbles over Henrietta Howard and gave her Marble Hill House on this river. Here's the correct response. The Thames. Choose again, player 1. A famous one of these, Marie Camargo, is remembered for shortening her skirts to calf length. Here's what we wanted. A ballerina. Please pick again, player 1.
Woo-hoo!
Answer, the first of the daily doubles. And you have the lead. You need to select your wager. All right, here's your clue. In 1752, suave seducer Sergei Saltykov spiced up the life of this future empress. That's not it. Here's what we were looking for. Catherine the Great. We return to you, player 1. Born into a family of actors, he was expelled from a seminary, big surprise, before finding fame as a lusty libertine. The correct response is Giovanni Casanova. Select again. Here's Kelly.
An engraving of this 18th century French monarch, America's most powerful ally during the Revolution, hangs at Mount Vernon.
Okay, player 1. Right. Player 1, pick again. This colorful branch of the Nile River begins at Lake Tana in Ethiopia. Let's hear it, player 1. No, that's not right. Here's what we were looking for. The Blue Nile. Player 1, back to you. In 1902, construction was completed on the first dam on the Nile at this southern Egyptian city. Here's the correct response. Aswan. Player 1, you pick again, please. A center of Egypt's rice trade, this Nile Delta city lends its name to an important translating stone. Here's what we wanted. Rosetta. We return to you, player 1. This ancient Greek historian called Egypt the gift of the Nile. We're talking about Herodotus. You get to pick again, player 1. And here's Kelly.
An ancient boat, nearly 150 feet long, was found in 1954 by archaeologists investigating the Great Pyramid on this Egyptian plateau.
Here's the response we were looking for. Giza. Player 1, back to you for our next selection. Scary seven-headed beasts are a vision to behold in this book. Okay, player 1. Hey, you're right. Choose again, player 1. Ancestor of one of the 12 tribes, Benjamin appears in this biblical book as his mom Rachel dies giving birth to him. Yes, player 1. Yes. Select again. Kelly will present this clue.
A mosaic depicting loaves and fishes is from an ancient church on the shore of this sea, where Jesus is said to have performed the miracle.
Player 1. That's right. Way to go. Please pick again, player 1. Babylonian King Nebuchadnezzar appears in this book of the Bible, where he has some dreams interpreted. It's player 1.
Yeah!
Right. You again, player 1. The Sermon on the Mount is recounted in books 5 to 7 of this gospel. Let's hear it, player 1. Hey, you're right. Player 1, pick again. This World War II classic set in war-torn Morocco is his candidate for the best Hollywood movie of all time. The correct response is Casablanca. You get to pick again, player 1. This Scorsese film is about a boxer whose leading opponent outside the ring was always himself. Here's the correct response. Raging Bull. Player 1, pick again. Let's go over to Kelly.
Shots of Jupiter and its moons figure prominently in this director's 2001 A Space Odyssey, which Maltin called a unique masterpiece.
Here's what we wanted. Stanley Kubrick. Select again. David Lean's 1946 British film of this Dickens tale is a real pip, and the opening graveyard sequence is a gem. Okay, player one. Sorry, that's wrong. Here's what we were looking for. Great Expectations. We return to you, player one. Debbie Reynolds was a teenager when she tapped up a storm in this 1952 film, perhaps the best movie musical ever made. Here's the response we were looking for. Singin' in the Rain. Choose again, player one. Each defender guards a section of the playing area in this system of sports defense. Yes, player one. Woo! Right. You again, player one. This Italian squash can be eaten raw, steamed or grilled, or baked in a sweet bread. It's player one. Woo! You are correct. Player one, you pick again, please. Answer. The other daily double. And you're in the lead now. How much are you going to wager, player one? The clue. Two-word term for the weightlessness experienced by astronauts in orbit. Good for you. Please pick again, player one. Here's Kelly with the clue.
It's the point on the celestial sphere vertically above a given position.
Player one. That's it. Player one, back to you for our next selection. The Lozi people moved to higher ground during the annual flooding of this African river. It's player one. Good. Player one, back to you. The Mercalli scale measures the intensity of these from 1 to 12. Let's hear it, player one. Nope. Sorry. Here's the correct response. Earthquakes. You get to pick again, player one. Geysers aren't common. Major centers include Yellowstone, Iceland, and this country's North Island. The correct response is New Zealand. You again, player one. This rock can be formed by the accumulation of shells or coral, but not from citrus fruit. We're talking about limestone. Select again. All right, here with the clue is Kelly.
Made from minerals deposited by dripping water, these geological formations grow up from cavern floors.
Okay, player one. Yes. Now let's take a look at that $2,000 clue, shall we? A 6-mile-wide caldera or volcanic crater is a highlight of La Palma in this Spanish island group off Africa. Here's the correct response. The Canaries. Congratulations to you. You'll be continuing on to Final Jeopardy when we come back. Here's the Final Jeopardy category. Poets. Please enter your wager. Press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad to select your response. Here's the clue for you. Fired from a job for laziness, he wrote, I lean and loaf at my ease, observing a spear of summer grass. What did you say? And that will cost you. Here's the correct response. Walt Whitman.
Woo!
Congratulations, Player One. You are our new champion. So long, everybody.